Some will never understand our passion about cars. We spend endless amounts of hours, blood, sweat, and tears working on these projects to turn them into works of art. We hang out in parking lots and we unify over these machines that we somehow believe have a soul. We celebrate engines, metal, alloys, glass, and rubber. We especially feel the pain when a fellow enthusiast has lost their car to something as terrible as theft. A car should remain with its rightful owner. With this mission in mind, we set out to create an easy-to-install, easy-to-use, simple solution to this problem. We developed the Ghost Lock. The Ghost Lock. Keep cars with their rightful owners.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome back to another video. I'm gonna get straight to it. This video is entirely supported and sponsored by Jordan Distributors. Today we're talking about the Ghost Lock and what does it do? Why would you want it? Obviously, being in the Honda community, theft is a problem, unfortunately, and you want to keep your car with you. I know I want to keep my cars with me as safely as possible. There was a time where I was afraid to go anywhere or do anything or take my car anywhere because I was terrified someone would steal it. Luckily, JDI has come up with this solution that I've been beta testing for a couple months now, and I absolutely love it. What it is essentially is a plug-and-play system that hooks into your car and your fuel system, and also has a GPS tracking unit, which allows you to track the car. It gives you an address of specifically where the car is. If the car moves, you get a notification, and you can also disable the vehicle from anywhere from your app. The TrackMate service has a subscription fee every 3 months, which is about 40 bucks, which works out to $13.99 a month, which to me is completely worth it. Being able to see where my car is at all times and get text messages anytime it moves. So in today's video, you're gonna see some older footage of me installing the push button start in the EF, a little bit of footage of installing the Ghost Lock. The full install instructions you can find at jordandistributors.com, and that's because I want to keep the security kind of safe. Don't want you guys to really see where I've put everything, just to kind of keep my car safe. So am I trying to sell you guys something? Yes, but I'm trying to sell you keeping your car safe with you, because theft is just horrible. The value of these cars continues to go up, and that only means that theft is going to go up, which is a damn shame. And I highly suggest a push button start as well, because it gives you the added security of having an RFID chip. You cannot start the car without the RFID chip. So if security of your car is something that you are worried about and you want some more peace of mind and some security, go to jordandistributors.com and take a look at the Ghost Lock. I don't think you'll regret it. It is definitely worth every penny, in my opinion. Also, let it be said, never try to recover your car yourself. Never disable the vehicle while it is in motion. That being said, let's get started.
Here we have what everybody's been waiting for, the JDI push start kit for an EF. All right, we've got our normal stuff. We've got the box, plug and play harness, which has been the difficult thing for them to kind of source and deal with, but they're getting these on the move. Comes with the push button, the antenna, all the wiring, fully plug and play. And I opted for the special button here, which I think will look perfect. I've got this kit a little bit early, so I'm actually going to test out and make sure that this thing works properly. I got the clamshell off. I took the cluster hood off because I didn't want to hit it or damage anything. I've got the bottom plastic removed. We need to remove the key cylinder, and I haven't unplugged anything yet. I have to remove these two bolts here. Lucky for me, they're a 6mm. I don't know if this is a standard EF thing or this has been replaced on this car. I'm gonna say it's been replaced. Okay, so the key cylinder has fallen off. What we need to do is unplug where it goes. Here's the key cylinder, and we're just gonna follow it around. So we have a plug here that we need to unplug. This may require me putting the camera, okay, we've unplugged that. And then we need to go over to this one here. All right, so we're unplugging it from the fuse box. So we have the JDI kit here, and it's just gonna replace what we have. So the smaller plug is gonna go into the fuse box here. This plug is going to plug in here. So we've got this plug plugged in here, got this plug plugged into the fuse box here. Now we need to hook up a ground. And you're gonna find a 10mm bolt. I have the ground hooked up right here on this metal ground. So So as you can see, I've got the ground right there. Now for the easy part, the white plug on this main harness here, as you can see, this is all the plug and play stuff. This white plug here plugs into the box. Okay, got that plugged up. Now we have the bag with the antenna and the push start button. Now the last piece that's sort of a little bit tricky to do is we have to hook up a wire to the brake switch. When they give you these connectors in here to be able to do that. This is the antenna. They give you a lot of length on this, and you can put this antenna anywhere in the car, which I will do. I'm not going to show you where I'm going to put it because that would be stupid. So we're going to plug this into the box. Alright, the antenna is plugged into the box. Hopefully you can understand that and see that. This is a very tricky install to really get lit up well. Next step is this green wire. This green wire needs to go to the brake switch here. Now normally you'd be doing this to a 4-wire brake plug, but EFs usually have a 2-wire, unless you have a sedan with cruise control. This piece here is what they supply you. This is going to crimp on the wire you need to crimp. I've unplugged the brake switch wire here. There is a white and green wire, and then 2 green wires with a white stripe. You want to tap in to the green wires with a white stripe. Just to one of them though. But I'm going to kind of go up the line and splice it up here. Right about there. Try to be careful, these old cars. Alright, and that's what you're going to end up with. Now your green wire is going to have 2 ends on it. The white end obviously goes to the box. And then this little spade connector is going to go inside here. Okay, it's going to go in there. Alright, now we need to plug this back up to the brake switch. Let's hope with all the light and everything that we got here, we can see everything. So we have the green wire, which is the need for the brake switch, plugged up. We have the plug and play harness from JDI. We have the ground wire grounded right there. We have the box here and the antenna here. Now they do supply a bunch of zip ties, and we're going to make all this nice and clean once we know it's working properly and all that stuff. The next step is the best step. Now you can actually run the start button that comes with the kit, but I opted to get the upgrade, the silver button, which looks really good. In my EJ1 I have a red button, but this also lights up. So what we got to do is mount this into the clamshell where the factory key normally goes. With this one we're going to unscrew this. I'm going to place the button in there, nice and straight. We're going to put the ring on the back of it. Looks perfect and amazing, even with the EF little rubber part on it. And it's nice and secured. So now we're going to take the connectors that came with it, hook them up, and then we're going to see if this bad boy works. So the black connector plugs into that, and the little white connector is going to plug into the box. So I put 1 screw in the clamshell just to hold it up here to make things a little easier. Look how good that looks in that spot. Okay, so here's my antenna in my lap. I'm going to grab RFID keys and see what happens. System is on. So now I'm going to step on the brake and look what lights up. Okay. There we go.
All right, so the first thing we're going to do is open up the Ghost Lock box. And here we have the kit. We've got a warning here. So the main thing that you're going to find in the box is this large harness here that connects it to the fuse box and goes into the fuel pump. Here I have my adapter for the EF, and they are making this kit for a number of cars. Check their website, have a couple of relays that go with it, and then this spicy unit right here, which is a GPS tracking unit. All of this is to give you an edge to recover your car as safely and as quickly as possible. The great thing about this GPS unit is that it will give you a specific address practically in real time. So please ignore the fan. This, with the ring terminal, goes to the fuse box. This is the only thing we need to get through the firewall. So I'm going to connect this. Okay, now we have our relays that we need to install. You get 2 of them. They only go in one way. Pretty simple. I'm going to be mounting it somewhere up in here. I'm not going to show you where. So this is from the fuse box. Now we can mount these. Now we have these 2 plugs here. We'll plug up to the fuel pump, and you'll notice they're different plugs. So we're going to have a jumper. It's going to jumper between them. Finally, a ground must be installed. With the harness, you're going to have this plug
left over. I'm obviously not showing you where it goes to for obvious reasons, but this plug is the plug that plugs into the TrackMate tracker. Now before installing it, you're going to want to take a picture of the backside with the serial number and stuff, so that way when you go to register it, you've got all the numbers that you need. So now I'm going to install this somewhere in the car. Best thing to do is to not install it under a metal plate, but I have a very specific place that I want to put it I don't think anyone can find. So we're all cleaned up and done. Got the seat back in. Everything's done. You'd never know. Everything's hidden away, nice and tucked. Now we have to get on the app, register it. Coupling this with the JDI push start is a brilliant extra step on the anti-theft situation. So, I've armed it. So I've registered the device. Go to TrackMate. You can see my vehicle there. Obviously I got two of them. This is the newer one. Gives you these options. First, we're going to start up the car. Okay, now we're outside. Then we're going to send a command to the car to disable the fuel pump. And once the fuel pump cuts off, it's going to have a little bit of fuel left in the fuel line. Yep, car is now cut off. So now we can try to start the car. Won't run. Now we're going to send enable fuel pump. Wait a few moments. And now we're good. So the Ghost Lock, to me, is pretty damn impressive. I've had it on my EJ1 for a while, and now I've got it on my EF hatch, and I love it. I love the control and the peace of mind that it gives me, that like when I go to a gas station or a restaurant, I've got the power of, you know, safety and security. My car is just not gonna go disappear, you know, and just be gone when I walk outside. As far as the TrackMate app, I absolutely love it. I haven't had any complaints. You can go online, obviously register it, and set up your account in many different ways to give you many different alerts and how you would like it. Now you can set up geofences, which is where you set up a fence in a certain area so that if the car moves from that fence, it sends you an alert. You can also set up temporary ones if you need to, but I obviously have one in my home. I get a text message by the time I get to the exit of the neighborhood. When I pull up to the entrance, I usually get a text as I'm pulling in that I've arrived. So the notification system is pretty reliable and consistent so far that I've noticed, and I haven't had any complaints where, oh no, something, you know, didn't notify me or anything like that. It also lets me know when the car is on, where the battery life is at. You can go on trackmategps.com, register your system, download the app for your Ghost Lock, and you're good to go. It's another step forward in stopping things as terrible as theft. I'm very thankful for this product in actuality, so I'm really excited about the launch of this, and so you can go to jordandistributors.com and use code HSG50 if you just want to purchase the Ghost Lock. If you're looking at getting the Ghost Lock and the push start, you can use code HSG60, and that'll get you even more off if you buy both systems together. So go there, guys, pick you one up and secure your ride. Let's go see what's going on over at Danny's house. What up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to another video. Today we're working on Danny's car. We're gonna be installing some stuff. Follow Danny on Instagram. He's a pretty popular guy, and he lives here in Orlando. And he hit me up to see if I can help him with some things. Installing this cluster, which is a pretty straightforward, simple thing that I made for Danny. He asked me to do this, and so I made this cluster for him. I ordered these gauges from MoMan. That's just like you've seen me before. Same process. It's basically a play on the EK gauge cluster, but for EG. It reads correctly in miles per hour, and I think it's going to fit perfectly with the theme of the car. So first up, we've got the cluster in. Looks amazing. Now we're going to be installing the JDI push start here on Danny's car. All right, so in Danny's car we've got the cluster in. It looks amazing, and then we've got the JDI push start in his car. One push to start. Go ahead and get you one, plebois. Woo!
And I got a bunch of these shirts. I don't know if you like these.
Oh yeah. So we got Danny's car up on jack stands. We're gonna put some PCI side skirts on here. I've got a video where I've done this before on an EG, so I'm not gonna film everything. We're just gonna get it on. First, we gotta get the side skirt off. All right, so we finally got the PCI side skirts on. Well, I'm sorry, we got one of them on. Took us a little bit of time. Went pretty quick though. Looks really good. Now we're about to put it on the ground. Now we're gonna take a look at what Danny did for me. Oh my God. Danny straight polished my mounts. Damn, Danny. Damn, Daniel. This shit's clean, son.
See your bar.
What?
See your bar.
Damn. Hook me up with the bar too.
You have those little spikes. Let it sit there for a little bit.
Heck yeah. Clean. Falcon, holler at your boy about a sponsorship. I run Falcons on my car too. That's a thumbnail right there. Alright, we're hitting up the other side to put this side skirt on, and then she will be done for the day while we groove. Alright, we got this side done. Driver's side is done. Pretty quick. What would that take us? 30 minutes? 20, 30 minutes? Knocked it out pretty quick. Going. Now we're gonna get her on the ground. Got the Basla headlights here. We can go click, click, and they're yellow. And then we can go click, we got brights, they white, yellow. Turn them off, white again. Ooh.